Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, a beautiful story about Samson's scout adventure. Let's enjoy. Samson was an energetic 10-year-old boy with a knack for finding adventure in the most ordinary places. He lived in a small countryside town surrounded by sprawling woods and sparkling streams. His constant companion was Scout, a fluffy golden retriever puppy with a nose for curiosity and a tail that wagged like a propeller at the prospect of fun. One sunny Saturday morning, Samson and Scout set out for one of their regular escapades. With a backpack filled with snacks, a flashlight, and a notepad for sketching anything interesting, they headed toward the dense woods at the edge of town. Samson had heard whispers from his older brother about an old, mysterious treehouse hidden deep in the forest, a relic of some forgotten time. It was enough to ignite his imagination. "Today, we're going to find that treehouse, Scout," Samson declared, patting Scout's head. The puppy barked in agreement, his eyes bright with excitement. The pair ventured into the forest, where the sunlight dappled the ground through a canopy of leaves. Samson and Scout climbed over fallen logs, waded through shallow streams, and marveled at the wildlife they encountered. Birds chirped melodiously, squirrels darted up trees, and the occasional deer peeked through the undergrowth. After hours of wandering, they stumbled upon something unusual. It was a narrow trail, overgrown with moss and brambles, but clearly man-made. "This has to lead somewhere," Samson thought aloud. He pushed aside the bushes, his heart racing with anticipation. The trail wound through the forest, becoming more defined as they followed it. Soon they arrived at a clearing, and there it was, the treehouse. It was more magnificent than Samson had imagined. Perched high in an ancient oak tree, the structure was a patchwork of weathered wood, complete with a rope ladder dangling invitingly from a sturdy branch. "We found it, Scout!" Samson shouted, his voice echoing through the clearing. Scout barked and wagged his tail furiously, clearly sharing his excitement. Samson climbed the ladder, his hands trembling with excitement. Scout circled below, barking encouragement. When Samson reached the top, he pulled himself onto the creaking wooden floor of the treehouse. Inside, the place was a time capsule. There were faded posters on the walls, jars filled with marbles and buttons, and an old map spread across a small wooden table. A dusty notebook lay in one corner, its cover decorated with doodles of treasure chests and pirate ships. Samson picked up the notebook and flipped through its pages. It belonged to a boy named Peter, who had built the treehouse decades ago. The entries described Peter's adventures with his own dog, Max, and their quest to find a legendary golden stone hidden somewhere in the forest. "Scout, look at this," Samson called down, holding up the notebook. Scout barked eagerly in response. Samson read further, discovering clues Peter had recorded about the stone's location. It was supposedly buried near a large rock shaped like a sleeping bear. With the notebook tucked safely in his backpack, Samson climbed down and showed Scout the sketches and notes. "We're going on a treasure hunt, buddy," he said, and they set off again, following Peter's clues. The forest seemed alive with mystery as they searched for the bear-shaped rock. The first clue led them to a small waterfall, the second to a grove of towering pine trees, and finally they found it, a massive rock that truly resembled a sleeping bear. Moss covered its back, and wildflowers grew around its base. Samson dug into the soft earth near the rock, Scout helping by pawing at the dirt. After a few minutes, their efforts revealed a small, rusted tin box. Samson's hands trembled as he opened it. Inside was a smooth, golden-colored stone that gleamed in the sunlight. Beside it was a note that read, "To the next adventurer who finds this, keep the spirit of adventure alive." Samson grinned from ear to ear and held the stone up to show Scout. "We did it, Scout! We found the golden stone!" As they made their way home, Samson felt a sense of accomplishment like never before. He couldn't wait to share the story with his family and friends. But more importantly, he realized that the real treasure wasn't the golden stone. It was the adventure itself, the thrill of discovery, and the bond he shared with Scout. From that day on, Samson and Scout became legends in their small town. The story of the Golden Stone inspired other kids to explore, dream, and create adventures of their own. And as for Samson and Scout, they continued their journeys, always ready for the next big discovery. Please do subscribe, Master AI Cartoons YouTube channel. See you again. Thank you.